Rubio. Man, he was okay. So let me explain what happened. Today, Rex Tillerson, one of Trump's picks, this one being for Secretary of State, was having a hearing with members of the Senate. One of those senators was Rubio, who we all know, unless you lived under a rock or just weren't paying attention, ran for president during this last primary um, on the Republican side and lost to Trump. He got the third highest amount of delegates. He did, very good, especially in comparison to the everybody that wasn't him or Cruz or Trump. Well, speaking of people that lost, so he would be second place in that category. But that's not important here. So the bottom line is he ran during that race, and then after Trump wins and names Tillerson as the guy he wants for Secretary of State, Rubio goes, mm. And this was really the example of that. I mean, he asked some questions about human rights and other topics such as that. And Tillerson had this kind of defensive thing of, well, I have to know all of I have to know all of the answers first. I have to have the facts. I can't just go making a rash uh, statement or choice of words and decisions that aren't entirely based around what we know for sure. He, that Tillerson went out of his way to just not give a straight answer. And yeah, you could argue that's legitimate because we don't know everything. But Rubio, yeah, we do know those people are dead. We know that for sure. And Tillerson was like, oh, well, I didn't say they weren't dead. And come on, man. You have this CNN article that reported it, which I'm not really that big on. The article's tone. All it does is talk about. I mean, I like it when articles give you a little bit of history on the candidate. It's a little annoying to me because I already read this stuff, and Rubio running for president didn't happen 30 years ago. It was a couple of months ago, in fact. Um, but that's besides the point. So in the article, they did this thing about how he might hope to redeem his political career with his military experience. And I sit here and I'm reading this, and without military experience, his whole just hawkish foreign policy type views, that kind of thing. But as I'm reading this, it's just so speculative, and they're going out of their way. Like, who's thinking that? I go and watch Fox here and there. They'll talk about Rubio, they'll talk about Cruz, talk about everybody on there. They say, yeah, they might run for president again, but this article just, I don't know. When I go on CNN or on CBS or just any news source, I want coverage that is balanced. When I get somebody saying this person's a jerk, I want that to be in quotations. I don't want a person that gives me commentary. If I wanted commentary, I'd go watch the late night show with whoever. I think was it Fallon. If that's the person I'd go to if I want to just see someone talk about the news in a biased way or talk about another person without stating the facts. How you know what he may hope for? The way you do stuff like this, you go, okay, well, Rubio has been speculative or speculated by such and such or speculated highly as wanting to run for president again. Okay, that's not you inserting an opinion. But when you start talking about he might want to do this is possibly his blah, 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 without backing it up with any fact, without backing it up with him saying that this is something he wants to do, or some strategist, quoting them and saying that they think this, it's biased. That's just how I feel. But yeah, that was funny with Rubio. Thank you for watching and have a good night.